because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he himself said, he said, when you run for one term, he himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, find somebody else.
To LU, and I was still working. I remained there until I got in the senior class at the university. Then Mr. Minor asked me to go to LPMC. From LPMC there to LPMC Lofa. From Lofa, I became the first Liberian managing director. And from there, I became Minister of Agriculture. Then later on, Ellen and others asked me, not the way people were running about. I never went to anybody to be vice president. It was Clamada Parker, Situma, the late Victor Lamy, Country Mayor Lavela. They asked me, they encouraged me to be Ellen's running mate. I had actually wanted to be senator in Lofa. So I became vice president when we went to Sakripe. I was overwhelmingly endorsed. And I became vice president. So for me, job is to go work, do what you do, and you leave and go to something else. And so I worked all through my life from childhood. I worked for everything I am, and God has made it possible to do all of those things. And I can tell you, I work all my life. There's not a time I tell anybody, if I do this, what would I get? I don't care. I live on what I do. As managing director of LPMC, I told my wife strictly, you don't even go there to do a borrow. Because if I am making, and that's how I'm the billboard guy. Some of us, we have tasted no blood in our life. Our life was on the altar with our grandparents. We pray every day. When I flew home and flew home, we were hoping. The question we we could have done a lot better. Was the first female president of Africa. She was the darling of the world. Whatever you do in life, you have good, better, and best. You have to admit, and the president herself would be the first to admit that there were a lot of things we could have accomplished that we didn't accomplish. And there were opportunities. One of those opportunities I talked about is that we pay tuitions for students, for young people coming out of the war. We have been aggressive enough to put into place good vocational training, good programs, would have destroyed most of those young people that have followed here, would have made them better youth for today. When Nancy Pelosi came here and said, Ellie, you live where we will light Liberia, I will make up for the electricity here. There are things that we could have done better. The first 6 years, we did very well. But see, later on, there was a decline. There was a decline in many of the things that we could have done. So I'm just saying that we miss opportunities. And I have said it in cabinet when they used to talk about donor fatigue. Donor fatigue. One should always know that when you are bereaved and people go to sympathize with you, they're not going to be with you forever. Take advantage of the time there and make the maximum use. But the campaign team was that formed exclusively by Joe Walker. You come to the table with people in alliance. Everybody bring people. People bring people and you work with them. But let me let you know that we're always confusing campaign and canvassing for election with governance. Governance is a different thing. In a campaign, people who come to work with you, they bring their name, they know them better than you. So I can't take full responsibility for everybody who's on that committee. It is an outcome of an alliance, it's an outcome of a collaboration. So please don't judge me by that. I feel we could have done better. We missed opportunities. Squander is not money. Squander is opportunities that we did not take advantage of, and we missed them. For example, some Israeli came here. They wanted to align themselves with our transport something here. They said they had 30 buses, Volvo buses, to work with us. I talked to the president several times for us to take. At that time, I was in charge of the national transport. To take advantage, I said, oh no, the people, they should have helped out the mansion, they didn't do it. But these were investors. If they had come to work with the transport.
Now people will use electronic and print media. They use everything to promulgate dirty propaganda. So they take advantage of that and they spread their own dirty propaganda to outpower us, to outsmart us, to gather us around the world. So investors cannot come here because you want to come. They'll be afraid. That's their intention, not to allow investors to come. So they do all kinds of things to destroy this government image. That's what I know. Because this government cannot involve itself in killing people and killing people. President Joshua, when he became president, he opened a church.
In more recent time, and just over the weekend, Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai made a statement that people shouldn't take men's job and give it to boys. He's a boy taking over a man's tax in the presidency. What do you make of that?
Two things I want to say. That statement doesn't go well with me. If Mr. Weir is a boy, then I think he's a good boy. Because Joseph Boakai, former Vice President Boakai, dropped in his heart, he collapsed, almost died. It is that boy, because George Weir, who ran there, pick him up, charter a plane to fly him abroad for open heart surgery that made him to live today with pacemaker battery. He's a battery total right now. So the battery is controlled by the white man who gave it in a medical center where he was thrown to. So maybe he's not well to speak the way he's speaking. He's not well. He's using battery. It's not normal. A man who is using battery and a man who has a natural eye, compare the two. So Joseph Boakai, the former vice president, again, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He said, so maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. So Joseph Boyka, the former vice president, again, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He said, so maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. So Joseph Boyka, the former vice president, again, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He said, so maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. How many million people voted that boy? So many millions. Look at this boy and you letter him. Maybe you call Joseph, Joshua boy because of the age. Because Joseph Boyka is over 70 and this boy is about 50 something. So when you say boy, well, that's it. But boy in the sense of immaturity, no. Joshua is mature. He's mature. That's why he told Joseph Boyka on the ground where he collapsed to fly him abroad for medical checkup, for medical heart surgery. That's what made him to live today. I think Joseph Boyka, in conclusion, should be better.
These things could happen behind the scenes. So I supported Joseph Boyka, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired. Okay. Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him pamper. Every day I gotta buy him pamper. There's a man who bought me pamper before. Mm-hmm. I'm buying pamper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he himself said, he said, when you run for one term, he himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, find somebody else. These things could happen behind the scenes. So I supported Joseph Boyka, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired. Okay. Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him pamper. Every day I gotta buy pamper. There's a man who bought me pamper before. Mm-hmm. I'm buying pamper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017.
Distinguished colleagues, this is a two-faced issue.
This is a critical issue in this country, and we must stand up and speak the truth. Because for you to use the fact that prior to printing, it means you already telling me print. But before you print, come up to me. There is nothing in that paragraph
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, however you are listening to the conversation. This is Freedom Hub on 87.9, the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated. My name is Kyle Oliver Kine. Princess Alexa Vanja Colley is also pretty seated. Jointly, we run to 6 o'clock and beyond with a lot of trending issues making the news in Liberia. One of the issues making the airwaves in the country, Representative Sekou Kane. Sekou Kane of District Number 2 has branded the Mandingo people who are supporting George Weah as outcasts. According to him, Those of them who are supporting Bwaka are the real Mandingos. For the Mandingo guys who are supporting George Weah, they are outcasts. So what is it? That information is not a good one in the community. Some of his kingsmen are having issues of it. They're asking that he should apologize to them for branding them as outcasts only because they choose to support a particular political individual. Too many things to talk about. On the first segment, we're going to play host to a group of young students. They're from the University of Liberia. Let's take a few bars of our team song. When we come back, we play you a song from our sponsor, Crime Stoppers Liberia. And by the time we're back, Alexa will formally introduce our guests on the first segment, and we run into the issues making the news in Liberia.
There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand, call the right authority. Really can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, enemy you cheche. You wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. I'm a part of report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. Alexa, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Oliver, and I would like to say good day to all of you out there. However, where you're joining, I also would like to say welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM. Would like to welcome you to today's edition. Basically, you listen to Oliver. We have a lot to talk about, but for the first segment, we already have our guests in studio, and of course, the young people from the University of Liberia, and they're here under the banner Patriotic Students of the University of Liberia. So they're here to tell us more about, this organization, and you know exactly why they're here. As you all know, we're in electioneering period, and then you have a lot of young people who are trying to make decisions to, definitely support one of the candidates we have. So of course, they're here to talk about that, and they will tell us more about their involvement on the University of Liberia campus and why exactly they're here. So, however, we just like to say welcome, and we'll now have them in studio. Okay, we already have our studio guests here, so we're going to start the conversation right now to talk about why they're here. Good afternoon. Can you say that over? We're trying to get your voice.
Mhm.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so we you
Can you try yours?
Good afternoon.
okay. I
So
think
we'll need to make
her mic is the one
her
available.
mic is working. We need to make a little adjustment.
Okay,
So,
yeah. So
so go ahead.
let's give you a trial, and perhaps you guys can exchange it like this.
Yeah,
This one
After you talk, you
while
can.
we try to manage the other one. Mhm.
So
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm student Natoma Helena B. Kaba, Chian student of the University of Liberia, from the patriotic student of the University of Liberia.
Okay, can you pass that over to your colleague? Can you come a little bit closer? We're still trying to manage that. Go ahead. Just go ahead with
Yeah.
the
I'm Obadiah Bisano, Genome student of the University of Liberia, and the Secretary General of the Patriotic Student of the University of Liberia.
Okay, so can we have it to guys? We're seriously trying to get the other microphones to work. So while we're on that, we can have the conversation. Go ahead.
I'm G. Lorenzo Watkins. I'm a senior student of the University of Liberia. I'm the president of the Patriotic Students of the University of Liberia.
Okay, so we're just gonna kickstart the conversation. There are different organizations or student groupings, on the University of Liberia campuses, and basically we've listened or we've talked about a lot of the different organizations. Maybe this is the first time we're talking about the patriotic students of the University of Liberia. So people are listening, but would like to know more about it. Is this an organization? Is it really a political movement, or what exactly is it?
Actually, firstly, I want to thank you for the opportunity, and I want to extend my greeting to those in the radio land following the broadcast right now. The Patriotic Students of the University of Liberia is a student grouping that was founded specifically October 2021. It's an organization that was founded so purposely to coordinate good working relationship among students of the University of Liberia. Because when we entered the school at the time, 2019, before then, the campus
That's some of the things we're being involved in.
SG, we'd like to hear more.
Yeah, good. Thank you again once more. I'm Obadiah Bisano, the XG of the Patriotic Student of the University of Liberia. As my president said, our aim and objective of this organization is to coordinate good relationship among students of the University of Liberia. And the Patriotic of the University of Liberia, we decided to support the free tuition fee because it is beneficiary to us and beneficiary to the society. So one of our main aim we are here for to encourage our colleagues out there, and our colleagues within the society of in the society to support the agenda of President Weah to succeed. That because today or tomorrow we will leave, when others that will come behind us to benefit from this. It shouldn't be us alone. So we are putting the agenda. We, as the AG, we are working not only on me, but we are working also FENA. We are putting more people together, explaining about the agenda to them, because we want motivation to want our meeting is to be passed into law. There is one of our meeting for it to pass into law. Like people who not able to afford now can send their children to the University of Liberia through President Weah. We don't want this to be an end. We want for this to be of continuity.
Well, okay, so like I said, we have definitely talked about different organizations at the UL, and they've been here a couple of times. We've also witnessed several different things that have happened at the different campuses of the University of Liberia. And now you are here as a group from the University of Liberia in support of the president. And if we're going to go back to different moments where you had students at your university protesting, you had students even condemning this free tuition policy. You had a lot of people, saying different things about how it is not successful, or at this point, it is not really important, because I don't know what exactly a lot of your friends at the University of Liberia keep thinking about. So why have you decided to support, and how many members do you have under your banner?
Actually, our membership is around 160 to 170 students from FENA campus and main campuses respectively. Actually, this is not a political organization, but men by nature we are political beings.
Right.
So there are so many reasons we decided to support the re-election bid of President Weah, reaching from free tuition policy, the digitalization of the state-run university, and so on. So we thought it was supporting President Weah is like supporting ourselves. For me, I actually graduated from high school many years back and never had the opportunity to enroll at the university because of some financial constraint. And when the president pronounced the free tuition policy at the state-run university, 2018-2019, it was then I had the opportunity to enroll. And back then, before the free tuition policy, some of the veterans who were in the school, it took them weeks, almost 3 to 4 weeks, just to do your registration. It was very tedious. And today, because of President Weah, we can sit at the comfort of our homes and be able to plan our courses. We can sit at the comfort of our homes and be able to access our grade sheet. We can sit at the comfort of our home and be able to attend classes through e-learning. So we are 100% grateful, and we are into this not because of President Weah, particularly we are in this because of ourselves. We want this to continue. So our message to the listening audience, to those following this broadcast, we want to say to the woman in Toison who don't have the financial strength to send her child or children to public schools, to private institutions. Now President Weah have made this university free. We only pay registration fee. And supporting President Weah, we have a demand that we are appealing to the president that this free tuition policy should be legislated. It should become law that our junior brother from high school will not have to sit like some of us who never had the opportunity. It was later we entered the University of Liberia, and today we are reading senior courses. So we are grateful. So again, this backdrop, we are supporting President Weah, and we are going to go in our various homes and preach the message of President Weah. So looking at the political terrain in our environment is being paraded by lies. Just imagine we that are benefiting from the free tuition policy at the state-run university that know how it works. You will find people who are not in the university will be telling you that the university is not free, the university is not dead. What is it? Let's be realistic. Human Development Index is very important. Building the capacity today, the enrollment of the University of Liberia has increased tremendously from 19,000 to 27,000. So we'll also be going in the trenches, in the slum, and explaining the mandate of the president, the new commitment that the president made to the Liberian people, which of course we have great interest in, most especially when he said there will be no graduation fee, there will be no registration fee. 2 or 3 semesters ago, when our president of the university, Saulo Nelson, he had to stress on some key points because you found out 2,550. Some of our comrades can afford, but you still hearing them saying that free tuition policy is not important. We know the politics that run with it because there were other comrades on the campuses of the University of Liberia who were there making business of scholarship around here. So we are not going to go personal, but we are saying that the free tuition policy is one of the things that we love, we cherish, and we want for it to continue. So we support continuity.
Okay, so you have some of your friends, like you said, there are even folks who attend the university, they definitely condemn this free tuition policy. On a daily basis, they talk about how it is effective. That is to say, all of the things we say about the free tuition policy is just about propaganda. So people who are there, they're struggling, and it is not really effective as it is supposed to be. So a lot of them are against this regime. They're against President George Weah, and they're also saying there are folks in the opposition that are saying basically they're going to get rid of this free tuition policy. So if you're going to go back to say some things to them, what exactly would you say to a lot of the folks out there who think all of these things you guys keep saying, they're just basically mere words, and the process is not really effective? Yeah, anyone of you.
Okay. What I can say to them is this. If you listen to the guys out there, trust me, 100% politics is in play. The people got a parable. If you are not at a particular tree, you does not know the leaf that the tree bears. And what we are trying to say is that we are there and we experience what is going on. And if we can tell you today that we are excited and our prayer is for continuity, it means that you should know that it is indeed 100% effective. Back then, at that time, we were not there, but people that were there, you will notice that the other group of guys will say, oh, got scholarship. Before you even get on a scholarship, you must pay 50, you must pay 75 US. And people will drop from school for 2 to 3 semesters. But now I can tell you, even if people say that the 2,500, they don't have, majority of us will appreciate. Because that 2,500, you may see it to say it is something that's so extraordinary. But again, we are grateful. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know where in this world you will go and see free university, more especially state-run university at Larry. And if we are beneficiary today, let us not be ungrateful. Let us appreciate our president. Let us make the president to know that among those rotten apples, there are good ones like us who appreciate whatever he's doing for us. And if we can tell him today, the message, we are not here to declare our support to President. We are to sit supporting. We are here to tell President, we are an entire campaign team now, pledging our support. We'll go masses. We'll go beyond. We are ready to make history along with President We are, because we cannot be benefiting and behave like ungrateful people. We will not do such. Now tomorrow, if you have your colleagues who never even been thinking about education, trust me, same President We are brought about the free tuition. I know people who graduated before me, who have sat for so many years since President We are brought the free tuition at the University of Liberia. Will be asking you, small sister, yeah, when you're taking your entrance, Can you imagine? See that kind of anxiety within them. They forgot that they don't have money again. But because of the opportunity that the president had brought to the University of Liberia, trust me, people are making advantage of it. And if you sit there tomorrow and say, President Weah is not doing nothing for the University of Liberia, wow, then it puzzles me. Where are we? If it is because of politics, can we really tell the Liberian people that President Weah indeed screened last in education? So again, all those under my voice listening to me, as the chair of mobilization for the patriotic students of the University of Liberia, I want to urge you, let re-elect President Weah. The things that opposition are seeing for which they don't want to elect President Weah, can you imagine some other telling you that they will forgo about free tuition? Wow. Are you kidding me? So are you against, even if you don't love President Weah, are you against a learning process? Don't you want us to be having equal rights? You want us to remain maybe in the marketplaces or in our lay corner saying that, oh, we are not educated? For a certain group of people, the education should just be surrounding them. No, President Weah said no. Once he's the president of the Republic of Liberia, even the common man will once have a dream to become somebody. So let's support President Weah, and we are ready to take the lead.
Okay, SG, let's
Yes, to just add, Mankori actually spoke lengthily. Yeah, in support of President Weah, we appreciate the free tuition to admit. Back in the days, some of them had the opportunity to enter university. When I graduated from high school, let me just give you a little background of history. I graduated from high school, I was doing a private security work for original network security for 4 years and seeking to go to the Victoria University. I couldn't afford passing around asking family to help, but no one was able to contribute to my education. And privately, by the grace of God, through President Weah, when he announced the free tuition, I have to put myself in. And today, I'm so proud of myself to be seated here now, preaching about President Weah. It's an opportunity that President Weah gave me for our Obadiah Bisano, the Honorable SG, for the patriotic student of the University of Liberia. I'm so proud. Because I really thought that I would be this level in education. Now I'm the junior student of the University of Liberia, where I do my major management manual and major accounting manual management. I'm so proud of myself. So I'm encouraging all of us out there, even down to our mothers, our fathers, our pimping rattles who are taking education, putting it back. I beg them to take the challenge to enter university and better off themselves for tomorrow. So we are preaching a lot for our young generation that coming to join us, not to be a blockage to them. Now, what President Weah has started that a continue forever. So we are here appealing to the public and appealing to President Weah and appealing to the entire country. People that live in, let's say, like the rural area, don't contain rebel self, the old man, and may bring it down to the level. Wheresoever you are, yes, my country people are big. You put President Weah back. Yeah, now we can see the changes in education. Other people are leaving other university to enroll now at the state university. It's a privilege because other people couldn't afford at the UMU. Other people couldn't afford at the AMU. Other people couldn't afford at the Zion University. Now other people are enrolling at the university. It's a plus because you paying $14 per credit hour. You're not working. Family don't get it. Man selling pepper. How will you learn? But we appreciate the agenda so much, and we are yet to push it in any way. As I stand as the LG, I'm here to further in every capacity. Yeah. So thank you for the opportunity.
Well, okay. So if you just tune in, you're listening to Freedom 87.9 FM. Of course, we're live on the program Freedom Hub. We have some students from the University of Liberia under the banner Patriotic Students of the University of Liberia, and they're here basically, pledging their support to the president's re-election, as well as talking about the free tuition policy at the state-run university, and they're discussing some of the challenges people were faced with back in the days. and now how basically these different things have improved. So we'll go back to some of the different issues that this country has experienced. Now, you've pledged your support to the president, and going back to the ballot boxes on Tuesday of next week, that is November 14, 2023. We just got done with October 10, and of course, the president got almost a million. That is like 800 plus thousand votes. So now we're already in the second half, and we have just few days away to have our Liberians to go back to the different ballot boxes, different centers to make that decision, because that's where we are as a country, and that's exactly what a lot of people are anticipating. Now you will hear publicly talking about you're going to support the president, you're going to do this. Are you here speaking on behalf of all of your members, or are you just here as just people who have realized that you have to support the president? Do you have all of your members with you?
We are speaking on behalf of the 160 to 170 students of the patriotic student of the University of Liberia. We are speaking in the capacity of the leadership.
Okay.
And actually, if we do a comparative analysis between the then leadership and the present leadership, we will get to know that back in the days, before you even register your courses, it takes you 2 to 3 weeks. And today, I can just stay in the comfort of my home and just do it within a second. That is an improvement. And as I said previously, the political arena of our body politics is being paraded by lies. Somebody will just say the body are stealing. But when I do my research and analyze, I got to know that this regime was able to increase domestic revenue 120 million plus. So it sounds laughable, right? When someone say these guys are stealing. Or how can someone be stealing and reporting more than the people who are not stealing? So actually, we are into this for with everything we have. We are into this with conviction, not because of President Weah or because of Jefferson Kochi or because of any official. We are running campaign for ourselves. Today, if we allow for President Weah to be removed, to be unseated, we will be doing injustice to ourselves. We'll be running campaign against ourselves. So I want to use this medium to speak to the consciences of those following the broadcast, those who lost hope, who felt that higher education is for a certain group of people. I'm speaking to you, telling you that President Weah has given us the opportunity to compare notes with those elite guys. Back in the days, they used to use a whole lot of jargons. One of the slave masters told us the squander opportunities. Today, I can sit and tell you the meaning of squander. That they misused the Liberian opportunity for 12 years. They corrupt the Liberian people opportunity for 12 years. So they even admitted to corruption openly. Today, President Weah have brought the presidency to the Liberian people. You can interact with your president freely. It's indeed laudable. Don't be carried away by lies. Don't be carried away by chicaneries. We are speaking the facts. The re-election of President Weah is a must. Let Liberians see it as an obligation, because today our Gaizon from the slum is in the highest level of education because of President Weah. So we are grateful to not be carried away by lies, to not be carried away by the chicaneries. We are into this. We are speaking on behalf of the patriotic students of the University of Liberia. We are resolved, we are convicted, and we are going to preach the message of President Weah to the fullest. come November 14, vote number 2 for more development, for free tuition, and we say continuity.
Okay, so we'll go to the full lines shortly. But before that, what are, of course, we're talking about the free tuition policy, but on the national level or a more, a broad level, you have a couple of different things the president has done. You have the housing unit, you have the different sports parks we have in this country, a couple of different things. You talked about the budget increment. So what would be, the message you would take out there to some of your friends who are in the different communities, some of your friends who are also at the University of Liberia, who are not a part of your organization? What are the different messages you would take to them? We don't have any time because, we just have a few days. November 14 is just right here. So what are the different messages you would take to them?
Okay. Number one, we are going to tell them President Weah is a developmental king. What do we say when we talk about development? See, right behind the PHP there, look, that place is a wonder. When I saw the photo recently, I can remember we used to pass there and you will see all sorts of things around there. And look, those guys that felt they were so educated at that time in government, they never thought that that place could have been somewhere that tourists will come from out tomorrow and Liberia will benefit through that. But the man that they thought the man is not educated, can you imagine? I won't be educated. If I would be a clear example of President Weah, trust me, I don't even want to be educated. But again, President Weah loves education. So President Weah proved to them that you say you have your degree there from Harvard, whatsoever university you taught on. But my own, like we're in Liberia, can you imagine what I'm doing? Check opposite the fish market. That place people used to pass around there. I will check over for Buffy. People never saw the vision of President Weah saw. Check the Joe community. Check all of the sport park, the football field I'm talking about. The technical center, because I'm a sport lover as well. See the two Safi, President Weah him work. And somebody will say, President, we are not doing nothing. Are you serious? Isn't that something? See the reconstruction again of the SKD. Now we can be proud to say yes, this is it. So let me tell people that listening to us today, you have to vote President Weah because, with the exception of the promise he gave us, that he will make all of the school free. But the present one we see now, see the role and the structuring from the RIA. Can you imagine? My first time ever to see that kind of link. And a fixable, tangible, we see it, and I'm not saying he just tell us to say that 10 years later, but the man can use 6 years and do these things. Can you imagine if we get our balance 6 years? That which we get because of fire by force. We will make our people to understand that yes, indeed, President Weah deserve to be put back for the second term.
Mr. SG?
Yeah, it is too much to desire of this to name all that our President Weah have done. We won't leave here today because at that PHP park, there where I live, and at the beach, there where we used to place feces. But go at the PHP park and see the kind of development that President Weah carrying on. It's so much. And his development is physical. It's nothing that we just say spiritual. No, it's physical. We all can see. But just part that we leave the reality and put it aside and speak in our own interest. But I urge all my colleagues out there, those that are not in, those are in and out of the university, to vote President Weah second term. Because the second term will be too much that we Liberians will see the reality of Liberia. Because what we've been seeing, we have been blind to our own economy. It's your President Weah was the one that opened our eyes to things. Reality, we have not seen this for the over past I don't know how many years, and we go out there, we see others, but we don't bring it in our support. Now what we are seeing is physically. So we are urging every Liberian, everyone out there, if you want good education, if you want development for this nation, you have to vote President Weah. We are begging you. We are begging because we don't want to go back to the slum. We don't want to go back where we were fixing. Those people will just come and lie to us. People will come and lie and just seek their own interest. But we that know the reality, we are seeing it for ourselves. I got nothing much to say because the reality is there. All I need to tell you is vote number 2. That put the purple agenda. Thank you.
Mr. President, what are the messages? Your colleagues already talked about some of the things you'll be saying out there if you go to, definitely campaign for the president. What exactly would you guys say collectively?
Actually, the first message we'll be preaching is the message of peace. Because those that we are fighting for, if you just place the both of them together, they will never hit the tea at each other, neither to talk about throwing blow. Then one more about we the ordinary supporters. So we should agree to disagree, discuss the issue for of violence. So our message will be the message of peace. Vote number 2. Vote number 2 for more development. Vote number 2 for free tuition policy. Vote number 2, most especially, I'm 100% particular about the recent commitment the president made about the reintroduction of the National Cadet Program, wherein when you graduate from high school, you will have something to be doing because we facing the issue of job experience. You will graduate from university and you apply for a job, they say you need to have years of experience. So I think the issue of the cadet program will do away with job experience because once you apply to form part of the cadet program, you will have a job experience, you'll be assigned to one of the government agencies, and once you perform on the job, you'll be employed. So we'll be going in Islam, telling our colleagues they need to vote President Weah. If you want your life to improve, don't do it on lies. Because if you ask the guys from the other side, what is your agenda? The only thing you're talking about push and Bugatins. Is that the issue? In order to change the status quo, the people should see reasons. Why the reason? We cannot jump from frying pan to fire. No. Are we willing to give the country to somebody who does not have any history of leadership? Are we willing to give the country to somebody who are inherently corrupt in the legislature? Because Joseph Boakai, no disrespect, but he's Asian, right? So if we can make that mistake, definitely he will not last. And then we'll be giving the country to someone who is inherently corrupt. So we say no. We say no. Let's vote President Weah for continuity in order for us to continue our education and live on development path. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll go to the phone lines. You can call us on 0776 104 104 086 500 104 and talk to our studio guests. You listen to basically all of the things they've said, but before that, we'll take a very short break to be right back.
It's about music. There are crowds in many places. In every community, stop up. The people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Ramstar for Liberia, from the center to interior. Ramstar, keeping us safe, let's stop it ground for all of us. Ramstar, the people bringing safety to your door. Ramstar, stopping ground and making peace for them before. Ramstar.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. We go to the lines, like Alessa said, to interact with you, the callers. You listen to them, all of them university students, in appreciation of what they believe is a clear manifestation of President Weah's ability to lead the country. In their opinion, he should be given the chance to be re-elected. Let's have your input on the conversation here on 87.9. The numbers are 086 500 104 0776 104 104 are the numbers to join the conversation. We take calls for the next 15 minutes, then we call it a day here on 87.9. Let's begin with the first question on my end. Good afternoon. Let's hear you.
Good evening. How you guys doing?
We are great. Let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah, thank you so much for the talking point. I'm Debo P. Wabu. I do join the conversation from Clarita to Big Pizza, the Bata community.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yes, we are there to carry the president for the second time because United Party people, you see that they are joking. Because no condition will turn over this country to them. Those guys are working sheep clothing. They are coming like they can do it, and which of course they cannot do anything. All they do is to enrich themselves. One will put in there, so we can never turn over this country to them.
Okay. We leave you right there. We take this other person. Go ahead, 1 minute. Let's hear you quickly.
You getting me?
We're getting you loud and clear.
William,
Go ahead, William.
I join you from car, thanks to USA letter and to your guest in studio. You know, you were yesterday, I say you correct kind. The man who is on the University of Bureau, we don't pay much. No, just for 2005 for tuition. And it's a plus. For the lower there 2 years before, but the women made an announcement. The message benefited. It would be that when you started, it would be that top for the well there. So you see that for some more I'm grateful. And then belongs to that issue that I'm grateful to the personal kind. We will not be ungrateful to somebody who's doing well for all. No, we don't do that. We do that. We do harm to ourselves. Because our friends are coming after all and you go learn. But the way everything free for all, appreciating you all and the other. We are putting around for them to get a second time pay. And you do more than what you are doing now. Thank you very much.
Okay, we leave you right there. Let's see if we can take this question. Go ahead, 1 minute. What's your name? Hello.
Good afternoon. How are you doing? Okay.
We're great. Let's hear you quickly. From Cape Mount County?
Definitely.
Go ahead from Grand Cape Mount. Let's hear you.
Hello?
Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you. Okay, we missed out on that person. Let's take this one. Hello, go ahead. 1 minute.
Yeah, good afternoon, kind of a time. This is the force of Roosevelt Nero, the vice president of the DUP.
Go ahead,
and
my man.
let me commend our studio guests and the seriously and expeditiously. There are countless reasons why it's good President Weah. And the reasons that take a lot of time. But other than the president have done well. There's no need to remove President Weah. For us, for the community, we are enjoying immensely from the president. Look at the free trade policy. Our brothers and sisters that are in the Bureau High School, look at them. They are no longer paying WASH fee. That is commendable for President Weah to be re-elected. There are a lot of reasons. Go to New Good Town, see what unit. See what unit that they are all around the country. Look at the sport park. Somebody say pay 3.5 million. Look at 3.5 million sport park. And just look at 1.5 million sport park or 2 million sport park. Go look at the comparison. Do a comparison, I say it doesn't match. Because we are development. Because we are is a development that can come in Liberia. And because of that reason, as conscious students of Liberia, we will vote for the we are overwhelmingly in the second round. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We leave you right there. We leave you. Let's take this other person on line 2. Good evening. Let's hear you. 1 minute.
Samuel Dennis, aka Shiki Bembe, calling from Clarita, Alphon Black.
Shiki Bembe, go ahead, Shiki.
Okay. I will be ungrateful to the Almighty God if I really left President Weah.
Oh.
Because set my mind back for me. I know what they call spoke back. Yeah. So if I can see that thing today, I will vote President Weah. Finish speaking.
Okay. Thank you very much. We leave you right there. We take this other person. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Yeah.
1 minute, my man, wait, 1 minute, all the time, 1 minute, 1 minute.
Okay, 10 minutes.
And let's I don't mind, boy. I don't get for answer when you come, so you go and like that 1 minute. You tell that 1 minute. Why can't I say 1 minute?
30 minutes.
Just give me a chance. Okay, thank you. 30 minutes. Thank you, Papa.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, let me say hi to my children. You're taking my children. You're good afternoon. You're good morning. You're good evening. This is my CC. Only land.
Mm-hmm.
My children, thank you very much. I want to ask my little question. You put at the LU campus. The thing that was there before doing any time. And today that is same. I said no. It's not the same. They were there 12 years. People said it online. My sister's son was there at that LU at that time. Her girlfriend was pregnant for LU. She fell from the land. No, she's sending the son to put it up on her document. She fell from the line. She went off. She almost died. But we have said no. I came from the slum. They actually masses to tell them to go to free school. Like making a prophet. They girls that were brought to they on us. They empty more they don't want to brought on us today. And they all more Ali Mosana thinking what you brought it. Every time they take it up, but they will not do this, but they will not do that. When they were there for you. So I call it on you all the time. Actually, people me ask for the leper. We don't watch it. I know. They don't want to show me the inner studio. They are not showing the inner studio. If you take food and say, well, for the open Jumagana, that tells us for an opportunity. When you call it, but say the one greedy, what can we someone around? What are feeding him? Who wants to give money? All right, that's the document you feeding him. If I see over him, you skip the men and skim up. When you come back and people there, that man is there, my single drop. He get one in there, somebody between the behind. When you try it, tomorrow we will regret. We say the school to let us help us. We the mother. We say the school to let us help us. Why would I want to see you? So tell in the home and watch your boss. Watch your sleep for the head. Yes, that boss. That's that boss. So we have to know it. And so then the see it be bad. Say you try it. Why don't you have us? We are. Thank you. For the time.
Thank you very much. For my 30 minutes, we take the other person. Go ahead, 1 minute.
Hello, okay.
Go ahead, man. Orita Do, no time.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. I want to tell our brothers in the studio, our brothers and sisters, I want to tell them thank you in our studio. But one thing I must tell you, they were in an LU era there. They shouldn't be ungrateful. One person we are doing for them and instead of doing it, they were not mad at other children, they were still fast. Every year you will see that in our school. Every year you will see that in our school. People playing in our school to be doing all type of things. Normal then they used to do that same thing. Then now they are doing the same thing. CLU. And my sister was saying, we only 12 years and personally we are 6 years. Compare it that is seen and not a thing. So you must see reason to go there young man. Personally, we are in school, you are going to the people say, oh my God, be something one more before you have become minister, before you have become president, before you have become representative. Personally, we are at this, everything around. So when you finish with high school or college, when you qualify, you can be minister. When you qualify, you can be president. When you qualify, you can be representative senator. So you have to reason. When you be there, see all people be back. One say when you do a color, you're not still competent. You're not still qualified. When you be there, but you regret it. But no, you will not do it. You know people. Thank you. We were young. We're saying young. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We leave you right there. Let's take this other person on the line. Go ahead. Let's hear you quickly.
Good afternoon.
Good evening, my dear.
Yeah, I don't hear you. Check. I said, my quality studio there.
Mm-hmm.
They really big my day.
Okay.
You see, yeah, some of us, it was difficult for us to enter the state university back then. But it was through this president that some of us were junior students and encouraging, let me encourage the Liberian people to re-elect President Weah for the second term. I'm really, really grateful for them, for the idea, for them going to the studio to appreciate the president. Other people might see it as less thing that the president has done, but for some of us, we're not being grateful to this president thing.
Thank you very much. You will not be ungrateful to the president. Let's take this on national caller. Go ahead. Good evening.
Good evening, KOK.
Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Onekisi man from Grand Cape Mount County.
Cape Mount, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah. So I just want to tell those relay hunters that we prefer 212 budget surplus Samuel Tour, then 245 million budget shortfall Amara Kone. During their time, the Liberian government was facing so much constraint to the point that it has to be covered by the international community, those that were there helping the country. So all the young guys, the older folks, please join us. Vote President We Are #2, November 14. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. We'll take the last 5 to 6 callers, then we call it a day. This person, go ahead. 1 minute.
I want to do a commentary before to the line. All right, great shot for the body coalition of the right team. The boy is very simple. President We Are on the attack. Led by Vice President George Howard Taylor. Taylor being intercepted. Waka, he tries to say the Lord wants to get very elected, but being intercepted. President We Are is moving. President We Are is moving. He's not doing it. I tell you that was so incredible. The one that coalition of the right team. I see Reverend I show the right now to talk to you about that. President We Are is about to take the shot. Thank you. Let's go! Seriously, fine. You are the first terror. Thank you. Give it to you.
Okay. Oh my God. Unless I tell the other call, I can make it. What? What is this? You have a caller there? Okay. If not, let me see if I can get this person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Let me say good evening to UKOK and good evening to Alexa. Also, I want to video cast. They spoke prudently and made some salient points. My name is Ashford and I call from Apasi Electoral District 9.
Go ahead, Ashford.
Yeah, I'm a graduate of Smart Institute of Management and Technology. What I want to know is, because currently, since my graduation 2021, I'm not in school and I don't have a job to go to school. I want your studio guests to elaborate more on this free tuition policy. What I want to know is if enrollment is still going on. If yes, what are some of the things I need to do in order to get into the system?
You mean to go to the University of Liberia?
Of course.
I mean,
I put that church we are in 2017, and I'm about to do that again. At least I want to be one of the beneficiaries.
You do not need to be a voter of We Are to benefit from the free tuition policy. If you are currently a university student at any of the different universities, and because you think your fees too many for you to pay, or whatever the case is, your money too much for you to pay, you can take a transfer at the UL. If not, you can do an entrance at the University of Liberia. When you pass the entrance, automatically you start to benefit from the free tuition. You don't need to be Christian, you don't need to be Muslim, you don't need to be an individual practicing witchcraft, you don't have to be Giyo Madingo Kran. Just be a Liberian and be a student, you will benefit. That's the procedure. Okay, I know you got it. Let's take this other person. Go ahead, 1 minute.
Good evening, okay.
Good evening, Robert Bakoya. I got your voice.
Hello, yeah. Thank you for the recognition.
Go ahead.
Pronouncing my name very well. Because there are some people who can't even pronounce my name very well.
Go ahead, my
like
dear.
My sister, I know she will not be able to pronounce it.
Don't put me under the bus.
I hear you. You know, okay. I enjoy the brother that did the commentary. Seriously. Yeah. I really wanted for you to give me a longer period of time.
You already got time, quickly.
Anyway, thank you for giving me the opportunity. You know, my brother that just left the line is from the school that I work with. He's supposed to be informed that the free tuition is not something you're going to do it at the Unity Party-led government at that time. Well, for a lot of crooked deeds lot of ugly deeds. The only thing you got to do there, you take the entrance, you pass, you do the registration, and you go through the tuition part. It's free, but you got to do the other thing. You from smart, you know they run around. You know from smart, you know they kind of run around that can happen there. They can be tired. I worked at that institution for 19 years, 7 days. Yes. That's because I don't have good ways. That's the reason why I spent 19 years. So, my brother, this is information. So you from Smart, you are there at Smart Institute, but now it's Smart University College. Now back to the topic. I say, President, we are my brothers and sisters are in the studio. You did not do wrong to appear on a particular platform, the important platform. Because President, we have been doing well, but those witchcraft that have been heading the country down, they are the ones that are sitting down. They have not done anything. Every time somebody sits in some other corner arguing with me, telling me the president cut people's salary, and using it, he said that free tuition, the same money he called that the one giving it to the people's children. I look and say, are you talking true? Or you want to witchcraft that have win, but people can see it broad day?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We leave you. We'll take the last 5, then we call it a day. This person, 4 more after you. Good evening. Quickly, be audible. Venu, speak directly through your phone. You're coming in fainted. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. I listen to your children again. Kind of the best decision is not to support the purpose and dinner. That's where we are looking for change. Then the free tuition point is one of the change that we make time for. Now, based in now for small executives. So, how is you? You're not small challenge we are going through. So, those are in the university, you have the very proud and happy. Because you know what I mean? That way, you are entering free tuition about how patient people have to. So those are here, you know, they're very proud of themselves. They're very happy. You don't have to have them for taking your interest, but it will find you will be so happy. So benefit from this particular case, especially where it's the best person that we ever have in this project. So we know what person we are again. Thank you.
Thank you. We leave you. We take this other person and we'll take 3 more. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Yeah, good afternoon, veteran Khan, Oliver Khan,
Quickly.
Eliza. My name is Franklin and I prefer to be called in place with Pen Puja. Veteran Khan, firstly, let me say thank you, and let me say thank you to the studio guy for discussing on the issue lengthily. Veteran Khan, these guys that are in the studio, they are of the consciousness that the good that President we are doing. That's why they came to pay President we are gratitude to support it to make sure that President we are got a real leisure come November 14. This guy will not be ungrateful to know for the word. And one of your guests, like say since he graduated from high school 3 years ago, he was not able to attend the State University on JMB regime. But they never saw that initiative to say, oh yes, let's make this thing free for our librarian students to get more education. But they were not able to provide that opportunity. That guy sat down and do security job. But when President we came to power and said, no, I can be playing and then see young guys then doing security work. What is supposed to empower themselves for all of my regime, free tuition at the State University. That's why you see that guy was able to sit in your studio there and talk well, speak sign English.
Okay.
So these are more things that we have seen, President. We are doing a free tuition of white students. Like me, one of those students that will be benefiting from President. We are comes next.
Okay. You'll be benefiting next year. We take this other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. We take 2 more after you.
This is Meloshi from Cape Mount.
Cape Mount, Grand Cape Mount County. Go ahead, my brother.
Cape Mount County, District 2.
District 2. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Just to do the question of we are campaigning for President. Let's tell us the President we have not done nothing. Because if you can assess in Grand Cape Mount County, definitely you can see the quarrel. As I speak to you, we under the so we will not be fooled by any politician that will carry down for President Weah. Definitely, or November 14, we're going to vote President Weah massively. Thank you very much.
Okay. District 2, Grand Cayman County benefiting from Corin, and according to him, that's one of the reasons you will vote for the president. Thank you. We'll leave you. We'll take the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Hello.
Okay.
Hello. You are the second to the last. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, how you doing, okay?
We are great.
Dave from New Jersey, man.
Elisha is also here. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I'm so happy. So I'm so glad that to see you guys in the studio there, and hopefully I pray to God like God should take our president to the higher level, and for the free tuition to help our brother and sister in Liberia. And I know everything is going to be okay in Liberia. We always in control with the president. And Eliza, I hope you listening to me. You should send me your number. I already want to talk to you privately. Okay, I will send you my number.
Very cool. Very cool. It's a big NTR for you on the platform. This person, go ahead. 1 minute.
Okay.
You're the last person. Go ahead.
Hello, my children. This is Maya. We're calling from St. Paul's Beach.
Go ahead, Maya.
I want to tell my children inside there, thank you. Hello and thank you. Now, when somebody do something for you, you must talk about it. What all George we are did for the free education at LU, the children are talking so they deserve good. When somebody do good for them, they can say we pay the prices. That person are key on and say you want for the children to explain to them how to put together that you pay me. Let me tell you, we know all this here that you pay me. So my children, I want to tell you, thank you, let God bless you. And the first-time voters, your vote for President George Weah number 2. We're talking about education for your future tomorrow. We already owe. You're the children, we're the one you're talking about. So I tell you, thank you in there. Let God bless you, my children.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I mean, and we will take this quick break. Get words from our sponsor. When we come back, we go to our guests for their parting comments. Then we join into the next conversation here on 87.9.
Interior Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crimes for all of our Crime Stopper. The people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crimes for all of our.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of our. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of our.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. We go over to our guests. Your parting comment beginning with you. Then we go to the female, and the head of the institution can wrap it up.
Yeah, thank you ever so much to the Freedom FM family, especially to Alicia and KOK. I appreciate you guys so much. In conclusion, when others will be ungrateful to the free tuition free policies of the University of Liberia, we will be ungrateful, because what we saw and what we are seeing is an opportunity and privilege for us and others to follow. We will not be ungrateful to George Weah. We are here to push his agenda. As I said years back, I was like doing our private security work, and being here today to testify the goodness of George Weah is a testimony to me, because I did have the opportunity to even enter a university or enter or any institution But based on the tuition-free policy, I'm junior student now at the University of Liberia. It's a privilege to me, it's an opportunity. My poor mother there were not thinking of me being at this level. Rebecca Wade were not thinking about her son Obadiah Bisano could be in the kind of position. But I'm so grateful to President Weah. And I talk to all my colleagues out there who in the university and out. This is an opportunity for us. We Liberians, and we also should follow and benefit ourselves for tomorrow. Leave the KK riding, leave the motorbike, leave the how they call the taxi. Today, tomorrow, if you learn what you impacting yourself will speak for you tomorrow. Those things actually is a part-time job.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm so grateful to the Freedom FM family once more for the opportunity. Thank you.
We leave you right there. Let's go over to the madam. Quickly, let's hear you.
Okay, we are once again grateful. Alicia, you know, I never thought it could happen this way, but I'm so grateful. Like, okay, not to respect to you, big bro. We are grateful to be honest and coming here today to talk to our friends out there, people out there. It is a privilege and an opportunity that was granted by you guys. God first. So again, the message remain constant. That's vote number 2. If you don't know the number 2, vote for the woman and the man.
You play where you see the woman.
We're not voting for 2 men. We're voting for woman and man.
No man to man.
Please.
Mr. President.
And so, in conclusion, I want to send this up to all those in the slum who never had the opportunity to follow their education. Now is the time to follow their education with the opportunity of free tuition. And our demand to President Weah is for him to make this policy legislated that all our young students from high school will also have the opportunity to benefit. In order to change the status quo, there should be class consciousness. There should be alternative. But we have no alternative besides President Weah. So on October 14, vote number 2. Vote number 2 for continuity. Thank you.
Fellow Liberians, council authority pointed on the TD, stand and CDC, no more 18. Then goes to our mother, Madam Claudia, Fresh Lady of the Republic of Liberia, for standing with our father, His Excellency, Dr. George Manuel Weah, to develop our country, Mama Liberia.
Johnny be the problem.
All people call you well. Some people call you paramedic. Someone else call you country giant. For me, I call you Mama Liberia, happy sin. The mother with me, happy sin. Yana wanna happy sin. So stable people, happy sin. You're like happy sin. You're left for happy sin. I will call you happy sin. Babe, oh. Or responsible leader, man of his rod. I will always tell it to you. I wish I was 18. Happy 14, no more 18. No more 18 all the way. Mama Liberia, happy sin. The mother with me, happy sin. Yeah, I wanna happy sin. So stable people, happy sin. You're like happy sin. You're left for happy sin. I will call you happy sin. Babe, oh. Every sin I build the hospitals, every sin I build the schools, every sin I build the roads, electricity, all the people they be sleeping while you working. Then I know you doing the best. They criticize, but you be focused. Every sin you are in for heaven. The sleepy monkey them say, the rosy penny na sawako. Only was there for 12 years. They not pay last in sour. See the military hospital, now you pure, but the thing was too bad. Today from that they will put them there. Mama la be heavy sin. The mother with me heavy sin. Yana born heavy sin. This people heavy sin. You're like heavy sin. You're like heavy sin. I will go heavy sin. Pape, oh.
I will be coming to you shortly to ask you to renew for a second time the mandate that you gave me 6 years ago.
Yeah, that's it. For President, we are re-election. Honorable Abakubo Juice got my back. Jamie Manuel Tony, I see you. Soup. Mama, that be happy.
Oh, President, we are going back for 2 years.
Say.
Oh, Sidisha peaceful people.
Wait to.
Opposition will call your yeah?
No.
Will call your yeah?
No.
To pro your yeah?
Okay, now you say now what?
I say will call your yeah?
No.
Will call your yeah?
No.
To pro your yeah?
Okay, now you say now what?
Will call your yeah?
No.
Will call your yeah?
No.
To pro your yeah?
Okay, now you say now what?
We are re-election. The very sure no one can stop it.
President, we are re-election. The very sure we don't celebrate.
The president re-election, the very sure. Opposition, nobody won't fall up there.
President, we are re-election.
The very sure no one can stop it. The president re-election, the very sure. Opposition, nobody won't fall up place.
President, we are re-election.
Show we
the very sure to celebrate.
If you like it, you not like it, that's why you.
If you like it, you not like it, that's why you.
If you like it, you not like it, that's why you.
If you like
When your
it,
radio
you
sounds
like it,
better,
that's why
it's
you.
gotta be Freedom 87.9 FM.
Opposition, get well.
Opposition, get well.
Opposition, get well.
So can, so can, power.
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 The way money sweet, I power you.
The way money sweet, I power.
The way money sweet, I power you.
The way money sweet, I power.
I say I let my book business, oh yeah. I let my press up business, oh yeah. I let my book business, oh yeah. No way, no way, no way. Opposition, no way, no way, no way, no way. Opposition, no way.
Okay. Knowing that 2023, you'll be tired, you have a good heart. That's the thing good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the head, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him paper. Every day I gotta buy him paper. There's a man who bought me paper before. I'm buying paper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he essentially said, when you run for one term, he essentially, I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, find somebody else.
If you like it, you don't like it, that's why you.
If you like it, you don't like it, that's why you.
If you like it, you don't like it.
for the first African female president who was the darling of the world. We could have used that effectively. And that's what I'm talking about. We could have capitalized on that. When Nancy Pelosi came there and said, Ellen, you let the world will light Liberia. There was going to be electricity. I was going to exploit all of those things there. There were a lot of things we could have done. I'm not saying that we didn't do, but we could have done much, much more. That's why I'm saying we squandered opportunities. And we could have done more on roads. We could have done more. Even the young people that follow we could have plugged them from behind by training them. They were looking for opportunities. So squander didn't mean squander.
Show we very show and celebrate. If you like it, you not like it, that's why you. If you like it, you not like it, that's why you. If you like it, you not like it, that's why you. If you like it, you not like it, that's why you. See the shake.
Have dislodged these children from behind here. We could have trained them when we had the opportunity. We could have created a vibrant society. Some of it was done, but what I'm saying is that for the opportunity we had for 12 years, we could have done much, much more. That's what I'm talking about. So it was a squandered opportunity because we didn't use it effectively.
I say, I let my book business, yeah. I let my press up business, yeah. I let my book business, yeah. No way, no way, no way. Opposition, no way, no way, no way, no way. Opposition, no way.
We could have created a vibrant society. Some of it was done, but what I'm saying is that for the opportunity we had for 12 years, we could have done much, much more. That's what I'm talking about. So it was a squandered opportunity because we didn't use it effectively. And I'm telling you, all over the world, people wanted us to do something. The Chinese were talking about, we had the opportunity for the stand, but they do it intentional at the opportunity. We could have created a vibrant society. Some of it was done, but what I'm saying is that for the opportunity we had for 12 years, we could have done much, much more. That's what I'm talking about. So it was a squandered opportunity because we didn't use it effectively. And I'm telling you,
the way money sweet, I power you. 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 I say I let the group business, I say I let my book business, I let my press up business, I let my book business, no way, no way, no way, opposition, no way, no way, no way, no way, opposition, no way, debate, oh debate, oh debate, oh debate, hoorah, 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 hoorah. This is the party I really want to be. This is the party I really want to be. This is the party I really want to join. This is the party I really want to join. Opposition, no way. Opposition, no way. If you want to kill me at time. I will never run away from CDC. Opposition, no way. No way. Opposition, no way. No way. If you want to kill me at time. I will never run away from CDC. Stop. President, we are re-election. The very sure no one can stop it. President, we are re-election. The very sure let's celebrate. The president re-election, the very sure. Opposition, nobody want for the place.
President, we are re-election. The parish don't know when you stop it.
1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, the president stay alive.
Hey, yeah, the president stay alive.
I hear them talking, say, here we now,
here we go, here we go, here we go.
Here we go,
here we go, here we go. They're looking at us. They're looking at us.
CDC Mora,
I can't get go.
CDC Mora,
I can't get go.
Kawia Mora,
I can't get go.
Coco Menta,
we not come with fire.
Coco Menta,
we not come with fire.
Party, in the head. I said to the front of her. Opposition,
It is the future that attracts us now. The struggle of the people is the true national one. It is the struggle of the Liberian people, inspired by their own suffering and their own experience. It is the struggle for the right to live. In my time, I have and will dedicate myself to the struggle of the Liberian people. I stand before you humble by your courage, with a heart full of love for all of you. I regard it as the highest honor to lead the CDC at this moment in our history. And in that, we have been choosing to lead our country and people into the new century. I pledge to use all my strength and my ability to live up to your expectation of me as well as of the CDC. But instead, we must build a noble palace of free Liberia where all our children may live. Manda, where to? Bye, Liberia.
Opposition, get well.
Opposition, get well.
Opposition, get well.
Opposition, get well.
So can power.
So can power.
So can power.
Okay, so I heard the supporters of the president are gathering on Sunday. On Sunday, Liberians will be gathering in Monrovia and other parts of the country in support of the president's re-election as a demonstration of their commitment in ensuring that George Weah, Joel Howard Taylor will be given the mantle of authority to steer the affairs of the Republic of Liberia for the next 6 years of our lives. For them, the reason why they are going to make that ultimate decision on Sunday to come out in support of the president's re-election, and on Tuesday subsequently to go and vote for the president. For them, they're making a decision based on too many things, too many reasons have triggered their decision. For some of them, they think it is an essential thing on the part of the president to have looked at the sons and daughters of beta ball sellers, children who could not afford simple things like $175 Liberian for credit at the level of the state-run university. For them to have a situation where their tuitions are being paid for by the president and government itself is a great achievement. And for this, they want to be grateful to the president. They want to be grateful to Liberia. They want to continue in the path of transformation. I'm also told Liberians will be coming up on Sunday to close the campaign that will usher in the new leadership of the president. Because in their mind, This is the individual who is taking the Kota Road from Bangabong County to Lofa County. According to them, the road is currently around the Salaye area. And according to them, there should be nobody who will have to complete that project. In their opinion, this was started by George Weah, and it is only George Weah who they believe and trust can continue that project to the finish line. Too many things.
This is the party.
According to some of them who will be gathering for the very first time in their lives, this is the first government that is on record of removing thatch houses from the interior, removing the purple houses from the interior, and replacing it with modern structures. Structures that are durable, structures that can withstand all of the different weather conditions of our country. In their minds, a leader who would do that and give it up to the people free of charge, such a leader deserves a second term. On Sunday, Liberians will also be coming out. Their sole purpose of coming out is to show to the world and Liberians over that for the very first time in the history of the country, including the very time Lanco was Lanco, when Yekepa and Nimba County produced all of the mineral in this country, for the very first time to have Ganta City, Gompa district link up to Saniquili. The very first time that has happened is under the watch of George Manawea. And to them, the reason why they are coming out is to say thank you for connecting Ganta to Saniquili. They will come up on Sunday. Subsequently, on Tuesday, they will go and vote. According to them, the reason why they are coming out on Sunday and subsequently to go and vote on Tuesday for the president is because this is the man who is taking the Kota pavement from Saniquili towards the Lokatua border, connecting Liberia to La Côte d'Ivoire. In their mind, this is an unprecedented situation. For them, after almost 50 years of existence as a country, I mean, after a little over 100 years, as a matter of fact, this is the first president who is thinking about connecting the southeast to the rest of the country, beginning with Nimba County. And so, in their opinion, the fact that the road is leaving from Ganta currently at Saclepie, with a contract signed between Saclepie to Tapeta, the groundbreaking ceremony which took place months ago between Tapeta to Toastown in Grangida County, going towards the Toilet Play Avoran border. They think the man who has secured all of the funds, the man who has secured all of the resources, is the only person who is deemed fit and appropriate to end what he started. In their opinion, no monkey work bamboo draw. And so on Sunday, they promised to make Liberia a blue state. They've decided to make Liberia a blue colony. They've intended, they have decided to paint Liberia blue in support of the president's re-election. Where do you stand? Where are you? Who are you supporting? Are you supporting a leader who is canceling the payment of up to $30,000 to individuals in government? A leader who will say nobody should make more than $10,000. No minister should make more than $7,500. And the rest of the money be kept aside to pay the school fees of students attending the university university to get the wise fees paid for Liberian students taking the examinations. Who are you going to select? A government that has all of the opportunities, but according to them, according to their own vice president, they wasted our time. They squandered our opportunities. Which of the two teams are you going to support? Liberians are going to decide.
I say I let my business, I let my press up business.
And so it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful day.
No way.
Sunday.
No way.
If you got church service to attend, go there. But right after church service, right after the pastor say amen, take off the church clothes, get in your blue, jump in the streets, do it peacefully, express yourself, let Liberians know that George Weah is the beacon of hope for this society.
I really want to be you. This is the party I really want to be. The party I really want to join. This is the party I really want to join. Opposition, no way. Opposition, no way.
In the midst of too many adversities,
I will never run away from.
And I'm going to say this to you, in the midst of too many trials and tribulations, 2 years into his administration, you have unnecessary protest actions in the country. The good thing is that all of those who staged all those protest actions against him are today with him. They've realized. So my issue to you now, you listening to this radio, the guys who lied to you that Weah was a beast, the guys who made you to understand that Weah was a devil, if they can now start to preach the message of Weah's tolerance, the message of Weah's development, the man who said a lie and you hear the lie, why are you stubborn?
Opposition, no way. No way. No way. No way. Opposition, no way.
For those of you who think that the party you support is capable of giving you salaries like before, you got to wake up. Tell somebody to wake you up, because you know why? The conditions that existed during those days are no longer existing. The only way you're going to have those fabulous salaries is to maybe bring war in the country. Let OMIO come back. Let the United Nations, deploy all of their different auxiliary organizations in the country. And that way, you're going to have the different NGOs coming to the country. But trust me, with the global economic situation, with the, a war in Ukraine, with what has started between Israel and the Gaza Strip, trust me, the earth is bound for too many economic difficulties. Under these economic challenges, to have a government that is paying the school fees of people at the university free of charge, yet you have people opting to remove that government, then we need to check the psyche of Liberians. But I know bulk of you are educated people. I know bulk of you are nationalistic. I know bulk of you are patriotic. And so in the midst of all of these different political, manipulative sermons across the country, you know better. You know it better. Those are the people who think, those who say, those who are leading you to believe that they have the solutions, they were there, they were tested. They had the gavel, they had the chance to lead this country. What did we get in return? Nothing. In the end, they themselves. I'm not saying myself. I'm saying to you, in the end, they themselves made it clear to us that they were able to squander your opportunities. You did not get it. You have a choice to choose between two groups of individuals.
This is the party I really want to be.
A vice presidential candidate who told you in 2021 that Mr. Bwaka is no presidential material. I repeat, you have an election coming up on Tuesday. In that election, one of the individuals who is wanting to become the vice president of this country made it clear to the entire country that the man who he's pushing to become president will not be okay to become president in the country by 2023.
No way.
Then why are you going that way?
No way.
This is Jeremiah Kun. Listen to him.
No, you'll be tired. Okay. Knowing that 2023, you'll be tired. You could have a good heart, everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding it, and you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him paper.
Jeremiah Kun.
Every day I gotta buy him paper. There's a man who bought me paper before. I'm buying paper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017.
This is Jeremiah Kun, Alexa. This is Jeremiah Kun. But those of you listening, Jeremiah Kun is saying to you, I thought that Joe Bwaka could become president in Liberia by 2017. This is not Kind. This is not Alexa. This is no Austin Kawa talking. This is no Abu and the rest of the folks. This is Jeremiah Kun on Julius Jer's show 2 years ago with the nose marks on his face, telling Julius Jer that I thought Joe Bwaka will become good president in 2017. But in 2023, I disagree. Because by this time, he's going to be getting older. His brain is going to be going down. He will be so tired and he cannot be the president. This is Jeremiah Kun 2 years ago. 2 years after, he's behind Joe Bwaka wanting the vice presidency and pushing Bwaka to become president. If you want me to explain to you why you think he's doing it, then it means you should not even be having a voter card. Hello?
So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he himself said, he said, when you run for one term, he himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he himself said, he said, when you run for one term, he himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, go have him behind the scenes. So I supported Joseph Bwaka, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired. Okay. Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding it, and you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him paper. Every day I gotta buy a paper. There's a man who bought me paper before. I'm buying paper now because the time has reached.
This is Jeremiah Kun telling you about Joe Bwaka in 2021. That was about 2 years ago.
So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he himself said, he said, when you run for one term, he himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, find somebody else.
In my mind, he should rest, and we should find somebody else. So when you think you are voting for the old man, you are voting for Kun. Now the $1 million question is, even if we angry with George Weah, even with George Weah ain't doing it better, even if we are not satisfied as we anticipated, and we won't replace Weah, that Kun will replace him with. Kun just told you the puppet brain is already down. In not my voice. It is not my saying. Ask Jeremiah Kun. He said that on Junior Jazz Show on OKFM. So even if GMW is not the option, that Kun, that Jeremiah Kun.
This is the party I really want to be you. So can power.
Now let's zoom. We're not gonna have the conversation based on Kun.
So can power. So can power.
Let's assume this is not going to be a Kun edition.
The way money sweet, I have power sweet. The way money sweet.
Somebody was vice president for 12 years in this country, had all of the opportunities to have gotten Liberia to a great level. Sadly for you, sadly for all of us in this country, he was unable to make a tremendous impact to that system. At the end of the day, he made it clear that they squandered our opportunities. Remember what he said. There were opportunities that we squandered. We should have provided Liberians with the opportunity to go to the state-run universities without paying tuition. We have all of the opportunities to have provided our low-income homes, like the one George Weah built to Fish Market, like the ones he built in Nikru Town, like the one he did at Pele Village in Grand Tide, like the ones he did in Bon County. We had a chance to do a housing unit like the one the president did in Riverside Sea Town. We had the opportunity to have provided housing units in Sasstown, Grand Crew County. We had the opportunity to have done the hydro in Masabola Home District there in Lofa County. Bwaka will tell you that we had the opportunity to have transformed the Pupu field at Elfie Sinkor into a modern recreational park like George Weah did with the Invincible Park. You also have the men who they want to make president admitting to you that they squander an opportunity that should have given Monrovia a facelift by the transformation of the PSP beach, the beachfront that used to be a dump site, a direct recipient of the Sonny Wen sewage. They had the opportunity to have made it into a tourist attraction site in the country. Unfortunately, they did not do it. It is George Weah who is doing it. Now, after admitting to all of the squandering of the resources in this country by that administration, with Joe Bwaka being the second president, you still have Liberians bringing this man to us. This man who his own vice presidential candidate referred to as an individual whose brain will be going down in 2023. You still have people bringing him to us, convincing us, forcing us. When we disagree, they insult us. They want to push it onto us, onto our shoulders.
I will never run away from.
When you think we are making it up, listen to he himself and let's have a conversation over that.
Training them. They were looking for opportunity from behind him. For he had the opportunity for the first African female president who was the darling of the world. We could have used that effectively. And that's what I'm talking about. We could have capitalized on that. When Nancy Pelosi came there and said, Ellen, you let the world will light Liberia. There were going to be electricity. I was going to exploit all of those things there. There were a lot of things we could have done.
There were a lot of things we could have done. This is Joe Bwaka himself saying it. Alexa, there were a lot of things that we could have done for the people of Liberia. And when you hear a lot of things, he was referring to the very things George we are doing today. Who told you Joe Bwaka if he heard that their government was unable to do simple things like free tuition, Alexa? Americans, they were here playing with the billions, the millions in this country, managing the fiscal affairs of our country. When they were paying people up to $30,000 a month, none of them had the mind to think that the way we're eating the millions and the rest of the people ain't getting it like us, let's give them something that at least if they may benefit, his relative will benefit. In the end, the national cake will pass around and some kind of family will touch it. When he mentioned to you, there were things that we could have done, we did not do. You're referring to some of the things and most of the things George Weah is currently achieving. We could have done more. We could have done more as a do with we could have started the road from Banga to my own home county, Lofa. Today, I'm ashamed that I am going to Lofa County. The first quota I've ever seen on Lofa County Road was placed there by George Weah under his leadership. We could have done that in 12 years. It's unfortunate that after just 6 years, under 6 years, because we protested for 1.5 years, COVID-19 came for 2 years. It's a shame that under 4 years, George Weah was able to do the Lofa County Road. We could have done more. That's what he meant.
We had the opportunity for the first, after going to exploit all of that. When Nancy Pelosi came there and said, Ellen, you let the world go like Liberia. There were going to be electricity. I was going to exploit all of those things there. There were a lot of things we could have done. I'm not saying that we didn't do, but we could have done much, much more. That's why I'm saying we squandered opportunities.
So where are we? Now, and this is the man who you're bringing to the country to rescue the country. What was stopping you from preventing our opportunities from being squandered? I mean, this is the time where we have our partners standing firmly with us. Look, in this country, when you call for police to come to your aid, when you see one police car, you see 3 armed police vehicles. When armed came here, their police cars, they were using the Nissan Patrol Jeep. It was red. I mean, red in the middle, white in front, white behind. They in the red, they put you in. At this moment, they didn't see that one. 2003. I mean, those things were available. Yeah, 2003, 2004. Later on, decided to change the colors of the paint. The first Nissan Patrol Jeeps abroad, they were red. Those were the opportunities that came to the country. Instead of Jordan utilizing those opportunities to provide real incentives to the people of the country through tuition-free policy, through wire fees policy, through the proper housing unit, they were there paying people $30,000 a month. And let's say, fellow Liberians, they were busy paying people $30,000 a month. If you think I'm lying, you had Mo Ali regretting how they were paying somebody $30,000 a month. Listen to it.
But up to 4 or 5 of the brothers who own this property served at various ranking levels in the Unity Party-led government. One was at Agriculture, Charles McLean, who was a deputy minister. One was at Nukal, one of the persons who the collapse of Nukal is blamed on today because he made a whooping sum of. My understanding is that he was making around $30,000 a month. He made a whooping sum of. My understanding is that he was making around $30,000 a month. One of the persons who the collapse of Nukal is blamed on today because he made a whooping sum of. My understanding is that he was making around $30,000 a month. My understanding is that he was making around $30,000 a month. My understanding is that he was making around $30,000 a month. At the collapse of Nukal is blamed on today because he made a whooping sum of. My understanding is that he was making around $30,000 a month.
Wow! So you heard it. So instead of utilizing all of those golden opportunities we have as a country, they were basically concerned with, increasing the pay of their trusted bodies, giving huge salaries. And so when George Weah took over the country and inherited such a terrible salary, a roster, a payroll, we have said there is no need for us to keep paying people unnecessary money when the country is still struggling. When Cherine Uja won't add something to the high school document, not able to go to comment in the UL, let cost some other money and send people cheering to school. People angry. But yeah, it hurts that at least Georgia did not say, let me send you home, let me downsize and right-size people, let me make people redundant. He did not say that. He kept people on the payroll. The only thing he said, we'll cut it small to maintain everybody. You pay people up to $30,000 a month in this country. Unity Party, you did that. At the end of the day, you come up and say your government squandered opportunity. And some fools are thinking that this is an admittance of honesty. No. This is pure mockery of the people's situation. The people are aware that you squandered the opportunity. You think Liberians are not aware that in 12 years' time, we should have had all of the political capitals in this country connected with payrolls? You think Liberians are not aware with over 68 concession agreements signed under your watch, with the concession bonuses coming? You think Liberians are not aware that with the over 30 some oil blocks that you auctioned to this country, you sold out to different oil firms around the world? You think Liberians are not aware of the different funds that came to this country through the World Bank, the IMF, different NGOs? They are aware that if you have managed those foreign donations and monetary contributions, this country would have addressed over 80% of the structural problems confronting the country. You know what I mean when it says structural problems? The issue of roads, the issue of electricity, the issue of pipe-borne water. We should have had 80% of those issues structurally addressed, meaning you can drive from Monrovia with your keke and go to Harper, go to Buntima, go to Gbapalu, go to Sino, all over the country, and you should not have anything like bad road. For 12 years, with such golden opportunity that we had in this country, Liberians should have had an appreciation of addressing all of the structural challenges. Unfortunately, the only thing we got was a poor excuse. Very poor excuse. We had opportunity, but we squandered it. That's the only thing we had. Poor excuse. Now you still have Liberians putting this man on the shoulders of Liberians. No, that's not one of the interesting part of it. The most interesting part of the situation is the fact that his own vice presidential running mate, the man who want to be vice president to him, this man is on record of telling you and I that this pape is old. This pape in 2023 is not a presidential material. His own vice presidential candidate is saying it to you and I. And still you have people, because of some form of hate for we are, because of some form of hate for somebody who close to we are, because of some form of hate for somebody who they know and they think that person is close to we are, they will ignorantly, push the argument of making Mr. We are president, when even the man who, Mr. Bwaka president, when even the man who Bwaka brought to assess him, the man himself, he doesn't trust Bwaka. And I'm saying it. Listen to me again. Listen.
These things could happen behind the scenes. So I supported Joseph Bwaka, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired. Okay. Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him pamper. Every day I gotta buy a pamper. There's a man who bought me pamper before.
Now Jeremiah Kun, you listening to?
Buying pamper now because the time has reached.
He was not on radio, BBC or Radio America. He was on Julia Jazz Show, OKFM. Go to OKFM. You ask for the whole video, they will show it to you.
So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he himself said, he said, when you win, you run for one term. He himself said it. These things could happen behind the scenes. So I supported Joseph Bwaka 17 and run for this. And he himself said it. He said, when you win, you run for one term. He himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest. Find somebody else.
You hearing it? That's not me. This is man Jeremiah Kun. The man from Sino, Jilipo. He uncle from Jilipo. His father is from Jilipo. His mother is from Nimba. He's still all alive in Nimba, and so he's a Nimbayan. Hello? So this is it. The very man who you voting for to be vice president, this is what he had to say about Bouaka 2 years ago. So if 2 years ago he could say this thing about Bouaka, and 2 years after, especially with some of the things happening, So whatever you want to do to this country is up to you. Do it. But as I go home today, as we will be wrapping up on today's edition, bear in mind that even if we did not meet your expectation or what you anticipated, do you think it is a nice thing, an appropriate thing to give this country to Jeremiah Coon under the advice of Prince Johnson? Because Prince Johnson is the political godfather to Jeremiah Coon. PYJ will direct the affairs of this country. Now, do I need to explain further? Do I need to explain further? I mean, having the PYJ as your advisor, do I need to say further? I just don't think so. Alexa, then we go home.
Okay, I guess we have, oh no, we don't have time anyway. But the cards are basically in your hands. The ball is in your court. And you've listened to all of these things. Oliver just had to say what he had to say. You listen to the voices of the very same people who get to you every now and then and tell you far different from exactly what they've said in the past. Whatever they've said in the past, those were honest words. So today, they're coming to you to twist all of the different things they said before to have different meanings, different interpretation, or they were just admitting to show that they are honest. But that's not exactly it. You know exactly how these people are, unfair, how they're dishonest, and they're just getting back to you with all of these different, pleasantries to get your support. President Ware has done a lot, and he continues to do a lot. November 14 is just a few doors away. So we're telling you again, you have to go back to the ballot boxes, the different centers. And of course, you have to vote George Weah to be retained as president of Liberia. Everything they said they would have done, in as much as they had all of the different opportunities, they had the resources, they did not do. So they're just coming back, to milk their cows because they did not do that. So now they want to continue that. So we don't want that. So you have the cards, you have to play different cards really, really well.
If you like it, you don't like it, that's why